G'day, hope you guys are all having a good one. My browser keeps crashing. Wow, I keep pressing a button. Yeah, today we're going to be doing some concept art. I see. Apparently it's set up to be some like panic button in the browser. I was wondering why I just closed like everything that I was trying to work on. But anyway, hope you guys are having a good one. And yeah, today I'm going to be doing some concept art in Unreal Engine. And I'll probably be turning off my camera and stuff when I get into it. But yeah, I guess I'll run you guys through what we're doing. I won't. Oh, there we go. It's already off anyway. So I've received some thumbnails from one of the people in my team, and I'm going to be working on them. We got some thumbnails here. Hold on a minute. that I received. So we got thumbnail 1, thumbnail 2, and thumbnail 3. And so I can just pick and choose which one I want to be working off of. And I will just be effectively concepting it. I'm primarily debating whether I choose this one or this one. Both are really cool. I like this aspect. Yeah, prefer the dark one, you prefer that one. I might do this one. I like the fact of you're like high on like, I'm on like maybe like a skyscraper almost to the top. But then again, I also like the fact that this is like these aspects here. I might utilize that though. This one would be quick to make. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to be working on those. So, we are utilizing version control for this. I'll probably be streaming until maybe like 12:30 or so. Whenever lunch is ready. Hold on. I will be right back while I wait for this to go. Sorry, I'm back. Awesome. So we got a couple concept things. There's this one I was working on. So you can see here in this box is sort of what we're working with. I'm just gonna unplug my mouse. So I can use it wirelessly. I believe one of our guys, Jacob, was working on concept 2, so I don't want to touch this one. Concept 3, as you can see here. I'm going to be working off concept 4, just right that I'm working off. Hold on. I'll make a new scene. Oops. Me duplicate it. I can go like awesome. I'll shove this in here. I will rename it thumbnail 01. I'll duplicate it 2 times. Awesome. Save whatever. Awesome. I know you guys won't be able to see this. Maybe I split it just so you guys can actually visualize this. If I can split this, there we go. Cinematic. Going to. This can be a lot smaller. Camera. Just gonna grab a camera actor, and it's just gonna be working as my, I guess, what I'm wanting to be recreating with the reference. So, I'm just gonna pure ref it as well. So. Hello? Not optimizing? Oh, there's just the whole... Okay, so the canvas is optimized. There's just the whole window itself. Awesome. So key things to note. We've got a beam over here, which is presumably a cylinder, going here. We've got a large, I guess, cube here that goes down. Bit of a cube over here, I'd assume. We got this cube here. I may include more of these, but there's like little... Now there is a bit of a rounder aspect here, as we can see, but I'm not too sure. I don't think I'd do that for, you know, this block out. We will get these basic shapes in here as like number one, I guess priority, and then we'll start adding some pipes here. Pipes, I'm just gonna do like cylinders hanging out. They're not gonna be anything too fancy. But yeah. Okay. I will also turn off collision, because that for some reason is always on. Now when I'm moving down, let's get this out of the way, as I won't be needing that. I will start with, I guess, the cylinder that the character is, I guess, on. I'll turn on snapping, get it to 90. It's a relatively high focal. I might go like a 110. Just looking roughly at what we're working with here, it's quite the focal length, so should be good. We'll extend it. Maybe about there. Don't mind about this stuff being behind. Gonna add a cube here. And scene-wise, I think we're working with something like this maybe. It's definitely further. I think I want this to be a little bit taller. Just looking. So the meeting point is like, maybe if we split this into, you know, first third, second third, third third, it ends at around like the first third here. Which if we're cutting this, I might lower it a little bit. No. Increase it, sorry. The height, sorry. As you can see there. So we're trying to match that. This is a little bit off, but I mean, it's just a thumbnail, right? Like a thing, so that's fine. Where we duplicate it, get to the other side, but there is quite the gap between these. We're quite a bit further on here. But do note that maybe around the place still in the middle, there's just quite the gap there. So I'm going to take note of that. Make sure I'm duplicating, not copying. So I probably want, like, the gap between here and, like, I guess the bottom isn't too wide in the great scheme of things. So I could probably go less distance, honestly, which I may do. To something about there. I will, of course, increase the height, but then lower it. So we're still sitting about the same, give or take. I think that's giving us actually a pretty similar look here. Like we've got this little, you know, merging in there. This is a lot more flat than that. That's the more angular one there. We've got this, not too much of a distance to there, but there's quite a bit more distance to this one. This could be shorter, so I may end up actually shortening it. It doesn't need to be too long, so maybe till about there. I could go out a bit maybe. In the reference, it's actually out a bit more, I think. Something like that even. I mean, we also have this cube. Turn snapping on actually. Make sure I'm snapping these. So getting everything even. Not half bad. Awesome. I think I want that to be a little bit higher. And this one goes to about there. Maybe less and less. We have that going a bit over. And then last but not least, got this part here, which is significantly this is barely above that. This could honestly be even, it's just slightly off, but I thought these could be even lower, honestly. Sometimes I'm covering the fact that I could probably honestly just utilize this as well. I want to shorten this. This doesn't come out too much higher than well the edge looks like. So we can just utilize that. Awesome. So with that in, we've got the basic, I think, composition. Roughly. Some things aren't right. So I'm going to probably start working on this, and then maybe some of these ones down here. Let's snag you. This needs to be enlarged heavily. Takes up a massive amount of space. Thanks. Something like that, I'm thinking. Perspectives are a little bit off, but so could probably come a little bit closer. Sorry about that. Just a bit cautious at the bottom there. Maybe something coming out a bit like that. We're going to next. I believe down here there should be some cylinders as well, so I'm going to duplicate. Oops, wrong button. Extend a reasonable sized pipe in between these two. Sure I'm setting the right thing. This is about the right size, I think. Right. I'm also going to make sure I duplicate it right. Keep it relatively close, but this one's going to be significantly skinnier. Go with like maybe a 0.6 here. Keep it relatively close. Then I noticed also we've got a couple up here. So two about the same size with one a little bit thicker. So I want to get onto that. That's very close to this end here. So I can similar. Then it's a little bit off. Thickness a bit bigger than this. Okay, maybe like a 0.3 or 0.4. Oops. Don't want to be moving that too much. Actually, moving that back a bit is kind of good. Ah! Oh no! Oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh shit. Okay, time for manual replacement. Because I know how to control. Alright, so you can't use it. They must have removed it, honestly. Because I can definitely look and it does not do anything. Oh, that's very frustrating. What's wrong with that? Alright, so I know I can process it to 0. Kind of useless, but oh well. So that. Let's bring this. Oh, you are useless. This program can sometimes be a bit frustrating to deal with. There we go. It's a bit better. Then I can duplicate another one. Maybe like that. It's now getting to the point where I'm struggling to see these things because I don't have like having that separate window. I'm gonna get these a little bit closer. Gap between this and the first one is bigger than these two. Actually, this should be apparently under. Something like that. Oh, I did it again. I'm gonna lock this. If possible. Let me search it up. 25 how to lock an object from moving. Right click on an actor you want to lock. Go transform and lock actor movement. There we go. Oh yeah, that's fully locked. Awesome. What next? Start working on some of the things beside the camera, I guess. These are definitely going to be so much smaller. Maybe even like that. Even less. These are like against the wall. Just reduce that. I'm gonna heavily reduce this lengthwise. Only goes to about there. I'm gonna duplicate it. We have another bit actually coming inside of it. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe there. Actually comes off to about up that high. This actually could be closer. So we want the shadows. Still way long. Oh, 5. This one's very small. Let's turn off movement snapping. So I can position that roughly a bit better. We'll save this. I mean, we're getting somewhere pretty good, I'd say. So I've now plotted out this area to what I interpret it as. We've plotted out this. We've plotted out this. I've plotted out that. This. This I'll get to. I think probably last. Have I tried animating before? Yeah. Oh, I have a diploma in animation, or technically 2 diplomas in animation. But I wouldn't call myself the greatest animator, and that isn't just animation. It's called a diploma of animation, but it was like a animation, modeling, bit of visual effects, bit of 2D, bit of 3D stuff. You know what I mean? I was kind of forced into doing those, unfortunately. Oh, I don't think it was too bad. On one side it was expensive, but I also don't hate it, if that makes sense, you know. Those were only, so it was like a year. take a year and I'd get the diploma. It's just higher educational though, so it is still, you're expected to do quite a bit of tricky stuff. But in order to get I wanted to do a game development course, and in order to have the qualifications to start that game development course, I was required to get 2 diplomas. Diploma in animation and diploma in 3D production. Actually right beside me. Anyway, I did those diplomas, and boom, the course got effectively taken down. And so I'm with 2 diplomas and without the course that I was wanting to take. Which would have been, it's a degree, it would have been a good degree, so 3 years. So ultimately that would have been 5 years of studying for 2 diplomas and 1 degree. And anyway, that decided effectively that school, they're just like, we're not continuing with this course. I'm like, cool. And I moved to my current school, well, uni, I guess, and I'm getting a degree in game development there. I'm dedicated, man. Yeah, thank you. There's a couple. I think, being in New Zealand, I mean, I think pretty much most non-European or America or Canada countries, right, probably suffer from this as well. But there's limited choice in countries outside of those bigger nations. So there's not too many to choose from. That last school, I don't really regret them doing that though. I honestly think it was for the best that they took down the course, because I mean there was some cool stuff that came out of it, right? But I don't think it was as quality of higher education compared to what I'm doing now. The quality of stuff that I am expected to achieve, as well as am achieving, is much higher. So I'm of 2 minds. One, it was expensive, but on the other side, I'm just getting better stuff. So in some regards, I think it was actually for the best and stuff. But yeah, there's just not many. I think there's only there were only 3 game development courses that I know of in New Zealand, but there may be more. No, I think that there's maybe 5. I don't know. Some of the bigger unis are starting to get it. So the uni in my city has one. I believe there's one in the North Island. Oh, there's 1 or 2 in the North Island, and then there's obviously one at that course that I did, that last uni, and then there's obviously one at the current uni that I go to. So maybe 5 courses, but it's a matter of what's it called? I guess reading between all the lines, really, deciding what you think is the best for me. That's what I am kind of. Because when I got effectively fluffed over and needed to look at what I was going to do, because I got 2 diplomas, fine. I didn't think I was capable. Just because you have a diploma doesn't mean you're at the level you should be to work. I believe you should be at the level to work, but you can still get diplomas while not being an overly hireable person, whether that's the quality of your work or just yours in general. So in a sense of, I know plenty of people, both at my last course, and I know a couple of people in my current course that if I owned a job, I would not hire them. You know what I mean? So not because of any personal grudges or anything. I just don't think they're a particularly great worker. And so, but yeah, I mean, that last course that I went to uni, after going there for a bit, I found out that it's known to be a everybody can kind of go there, as in like there's no for these sorts of courses like game development, art and whatnot. I don't know about at universities, but at least here there's like with these like specialized universities, there's like a prerequisite, you know what I mean? Like you have to have some inherent abilities of being able to, you know, work in this sort of space. And you know, they get you to show your portfolio first, and if they just don't see that you're good enough, they will ask you to, you know, continue practicing before you can apply. I don't know about unis, but at least the last place I went to would pretty much take anybody in, unless there's something like fundamentally wrong. So like you steal people's work and whatnot, which happens relatively often apparently. My current place is pretty good, and it's like known to be one of the best places in OCE, which is like Oceania. So that's good. I don't know about the unis. The unis have only just started up their stuff. When I left after getting the 2 diplomas and started this course, I could have chosen I'll either go here or I'll go to, you know, the university in my city, and I chose the specialized university, but they had just opened like an arts game development like art course at uni. I don't regret it. I think okay, I thought my PC was frozen. Oh, okay, never mind. I was selecting PureRef. I was wondering why I couldn't close this. I was trying to close this. I was getting worried. I'm like, uh-oh. But yeah, for me, it's kind of like, is it worth going to university to take a specialized course, right? If you want to learn game development, is it worth also having to learn science, math, potentially English, and all these other, you know, prerequisite courses per se? Or is it smarter to take a specialized course, potentially just focus on those aspects, which I think is I found more valuable. I'm like, you know, if I'm going to be doing a course, and whether I pass or fail, I want that to be based on my ability of sorry, hold on. Oops. I want that to be based on my you know, capabilities of game development. Man, I don't know. That thing's being a little evil. Which is kind of like where sometimes I get a little bit frustrated with this course even. I have to tilt this to get the same really look. Because like we're doing a lot of stuff, you know, for example, that's like 2D related stuff, and I think for like concept artists and whatnot, that's great, right? Like 2D is going to be great, but also bear in mind, I don't think a course like this is particularly great as a concept artist. I think if you're taking a course on game development, I don't think you're going to gain the knowledge that'd best suit you as a concept artist. As a game artist, there's a lot that you have to do in terms of like an engine, knowing what the engines are good with and whatnot. So I think it's valuable. But as a concept artist, you don't even go anywhere near engines generally. Like, you shouldn't. Like, you're just there doing 2D that 3D artists can, I guess, work off of, right? You know, it's a big field and like a very valuable one, I would be as a 3D artist fluffed without, you know, concept artists, but I think you'd be better doing like a specialized course teaching you how to be the best 2D artist you can. I think that would provide more value. I do believe that this next one is meant to be part of this. It's like 0.5, isn't it? Yeah. So it's actually meant to be part of it. It's meant to bend down into this. Okay, so it's fine. Just the FOV kind of giving me weirdness because it looks really weird up there. I kind of want to like there even, and then this one could be a little bit closer that way. I know everything's a little bit off in how it's all set up. But sorry, it's just the controls. There's a little goofy. It should be a bit more in the middle. Sorry, just trying to keep building up. It's just a bit painful. I wish I could show this. Then it sort of interrupts with what I'm doing sometimes. If I put it over here. So I've just plotted up this, though I believe that's meant to be just one pipe, so I can change that post. We're getting most things in. I've got a pipe with 2 pipes to go down there. I've got this big pipe up there. And then it's really just these. I'd maybe get another one of these going. Even though it's not in the concept. This one should be significantly smaller. This is supposedly it's like relatively close. It pretty much ends over here. A bit closer to the wall. I mean, for now, as like a temporary measure, that's fine. Can almost even come out a bit more. Honestly, that actually isn't too far off now that I think about it. Like, this and this are kind of at the same meeting point. So yeah, I'd say it's actually not too bad. These cables would be a pain to make, but I'm not going to be making them in here. I'll make them in Blender. So there is another one here. Select these. This is in between these and this, but a bit, it's pretty close to those, like visually speaking. I'm gonna rotate it 180, so I hit that. I do seem to be missing the one that was meant to be under here. I must have accidentally removed it at some point. And this supposedly actually goes into that. So I might... Oh, I don't know if it does go into it, but it's not far off. Something like that, maybe. Awesome. And it, as we can see, oh, wrong thing. As we can see here, pretty much like the middle of this kind of goes down like the middle of this pipe as well. Where I think it interjects into this, or that's my interpretation of it. So I think we've kind of, you know, we can see here the middle of that is kind of going into the middle of that, which I think is great. And this, I kind of want that to be a bit closer. Perspective wise. Awesome, so that's that. What else? I think I've got 3 more things that I gotta implement. I got this here, these, and then I just want to implement these. I believe that'll be everything in. So I'll get on to that. Just duplicate this, then we can rotate it in. So this actually starts, I'd say, middle point between these two. Looking at it, I'd say it's definitely past that because that cuts off there. So I'd split it into thirds. First third, second third, third third, maybe. This is relatively close to the wall, this one. I don't know, it does kind of look like in the reference it kind of comes out, but then I still need enough. So I'm going to make these maybe a bit smaller. Go like a 0.8, like 0.75. It just looks so weird because of the FOV. I'm gonna bring this in. I feel like it's just way too far out. Awesome. We'll do that next section. Duplicate. This one faces down, but it starts like reasonably high. So this next one we're gonna see, I think it starts halfway between there and there is when these start. But this bigger one starts at least. So I'd say we're about halfway there. These need to be significantly smaller, so we're gonna go like a... This was like a 0.75, correct? Yes, maybe like a... What does a 0.5 look like? I think we'll want to go smaller than these. Oh, these are not right. I knew something was iffy, they just didn't look around it correctly. Maybe we're gonna go like 0.8 or something. Like 0.85. Just to make it a bit bigger. That's right, I'm back. Damn, that's not 3D Max. I despise 3ds Max. If I can get out of it. I only use it for animation. Because we have to. Not because I want to. I won't be streaming for too much long, sorry. Emma Chief. But I hope you're doing well. Is there something? Oh, there we go, 0.5. No, I only use it for animation. Nothing else. Amy? Everything else I pretty much only use Maya. Well, yeah, and the other apps, right? But you get what I mean. You'll get what I mean. I think I want this to be a bit thicker. For anybody interested in following some reference R, one of our team members made. Just making a thumbnail. I got these to do. This, I'll do some quick touch-ups, and then I'm going to head off for some lunch. World at Rendo. It's craziness. Yeah, our like team members were very good at 2D stuff. This will be a bit bigger, maybe like a 6.5. How you guys doing there? Watch myself, no. I think this needs to be a bit further back. As I said, I was going for like these thirds here. So, something like that. And I'm trying to get in the middle of these two, so I'm going to bring this up a bit. So this is for a concept art assessment for those who aren't aware. Just debating, do I want this to go in between or in front? I think slightly in front. Should go back to Blender. I did an interesting tutorial. I did find an interesting tutorial. Oh, you have to look it over if you found something high-key snazzy. I don't know. I might do it in the inside just for like, because it would look cool. We'll see. I think I'll go like 0.4. But no, we're using sorry. Yeah, like a 0.3. We're using Unreal Engine for the most of this. We will be, so I'll be like sculpting and modeling and texturing all these, I believe. Oops, wrong button. But just as it's we're doing blockouts right now, so I just want to get like the rough positioning, and then I can start sculpting and modeling. I mean, because obviously I don't want the final thing, like these sorts of things, right? So I think it's looking really good. I think I want to bring it the height to there. It looks fine from here, but I might just bring it in a bit for visuals. Hold on. You've been working on so many on any interesting projects there, Emma? Lately? Alright, sweet. So the only thing that I feel like I'm missing, obviously bar cables, but cables are doing Blender. I think I got an add-on for that, like Cable Nator or something, which I've got no clue how it works, but should be fine. So I got this, and then I'm just gonna go up and up. But yeah, I got halfway through saying this then. Close it. Sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna say we're using 3ds. Oh, now you've bloody confused me, Emma. How do you make me say we're using 3ds Max? We're using Unreal because it's like a team-based thing, right? So, basically, there's two 3D artists and one 2D artist, really. Working on this, we have to do concept art for a game, and so I'm doing the environments and stuff, and it's going to be for, like, the final piece. Yeah, so for this, you know, when you got multiple people working on stuff, I got really confused on what these were doing. It was like, is it best to work in something like have a good rest of stream? It's all good. You have a good one, Amy, and thanks for popping by. when we're working with these, oh my gosh, sorry, with like multiple things, it's just easier if you're gonna have to deal with multiple people, which is good, right? It makes life so much easier. You know, people can work on their own scenes here. And you know, like you can just use version control and shove it up. So as you see, we've got one of my team members, Jacob here, who he has 0 internet, has had no internet for a good while. So so yeah, just makes life a bit easier. I'm actually going to, I'll push it once I finish this. Okay, I'll get this back in. So that's pretty much why we're using Unreal for this, and honestly it just makes a bit of sense. I think it'll be also just a bit quicker as well than having to deal. I'm actually going to bring this in, and there's going to be like a it's going to be like a, I don't know what you'd want to call it, like a place where you can like stand. Okay, click off. I want these to be thinner. Something like that I think is good. Bring it up to decent height. How high do you think a person is going to be? Right? Depends on the scale of all these, of course. So I'll do one corner, one there, supposedly one in the middle. What are you working with? Not bad, I'll bring it a bit more central there. I think I will expand upon this, but I will quickly grab this. Come on, buddy. Rotate the right way. Let's just go one further. Get that barrier there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oops. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. Let me reselect. Gonna rotate this. Doesn't really matter where these are positioned, to be honest. Oops. Just gonna make sure it's longer. So obviously this is a little bit off, so I'm just gonna reposition. And then I'll do the other side. Oops, and grab this. How do I do the bendy parts? As in like for these, I'd assume. All of them shouldn't be too bad. I mean, once again, this is all like, you know, creative freedom, right? So, can kind of like think about however I want to do that, but it is probably just going to be of two ways. I could either retopologize it like that or just remake it. I mean, in Blender, there's a really easy way of doing it. I can get Blender to launch. And this sometimes takes a minute, but I think this is mostly it, what I'm after. I really should just launch it from Steam, because that seems to work a bit better. Well, not better, just faster. For to do them, I'd probably go grab myself a cylinder. That's what I'm looking for. Edge. Oh, I don't really want edge. I want vertex. Me. Grab you. I'm just going to place it here, for example. Then I will go selection. Make sure I select these. And then I can use spin. And if I... hold on. Oh, I hate this about Blender. It doesn't select the back faces. And then... oh, here we go. I think it's this? I gotta remember the controls. I haven't used Blender in a momento, but you can just go like... I guess I can't do it retrospectively, but something like that. Yeah, pretty cool, eh? And then, yeah, I mean, I could continue, right? And boom. I mean, it's not the greatest topology-wise, but... and there's some issues, which I think I fluffed up, but... I mean, that's probably the easiest way. I mean, I have other tools that probably make it simpler, but that's probably... I mean, that's part of Blender's toolkit, so... probably the easiest in that sense. And then, I think like with these cables, I think you know, I hate, sometimes I just hate the Blender controls. Stupid way is you just use a tool that magically does bendy parts. Yeah. I mean, I've used Blender for quite a while, so I luckily know some of these sneaky techniques. I think I got this tool for like... I got a lot of tools. It's like a cable, something. I just don't remember where it... oh, here we go. I go like create cable. I go like 0.1. Oh, make sure I remember these controls. Get like these cool cables here. It's like the wireframe, interesting. H. Z up. Grab show wire. Bruh. Build caps, you want that. Add points, G. I don't know how. I don't know too much about some of these things, but this could be pretty helpful. You can also draw it. So on like a cable going kind of crazy. Yeah, I'd have to fix it up, but not too bad. You get some crazy cables going. I've never really used this tool before, so I think it'd be beneficial if I actually learned. Get like high tension. I don't really know how I feel about this whole S-curve thing. Just the whole thing. Yeah. Probably G, Z. Play with it all. It's pretty sick. Like twist this the right way. Anyway, good cool. Cool wire coming. What's that? Extrude curve. Oopsies. I do not know what I did, but oh well. Kinda cool. Edit cable. Oh no, you can edit it. Tilt. If. Okay, no, that is definitely working. Width once again. Show wire. Move a point for D. Whoa, that's sick. I just don't know what I fucked up with that. Hold on, let me try this again then. That's cool. Like, plug one there. Plug something like in like under there. D. Like that. Oops. Oh, A. Shift A. Edit. Tilt. I don't really know what it's doing. Just making it go inwards. Twist method. C up. Oops. H by minimum. Yeah, I'm not too sure about. Oh, that's cool. It's different types. That's super cool. Add or edit segment. Okay, and I still have access to all these as well. That's craziness. Get that coming up like that, maybe. You want it plugged in there. Not half bad. That's what we have. Edit, split cable by profiles, rebuild split cable, simulate cable? No way. It's gonna merge in though. That's cool. So it'd be really good if you go on something like Shift A, cable, like there, just something like there, not that. Went there, Shift A, edit cable. Spelled triple wrong. Could do like a simulator game. Not bad. Interesting. There's heaps of stuff here, that's cool. Segments. Insulate. Draw. Two lines essentially. I don't. That's a little confusing. Yeah, I mean that's. I got no clue how that's meant to be done. Oops. It's meant to be done like this. I don't know. I'd have to watch a video. I've never used any of these tools, being completely honest. Anywho, kind of interesting. That's where I'd probably be going for that. I don't know. There's heaps of really cool things in Blender that I need to learn and have access to, but kind of right. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture quickly and then probably end it. Awesome. Oh, should probably show the picture I took. I'm hiding over there. There we go, there's the picture I took. Not bad, looking good. I still think there's something sus about that. What is this? 1-to-1, 1-to-1. Crazy. That's what the FOV be doing. Once everything's all merged up and everything, should look good. No. Thank you guys for watching. I think this looks pretty cool. And yeah. Catch you guys probably next week. I don't know. I probably might do another one later today, but I don't know. Kind of cool. Didn't take too long. Pretty cool. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Catch you guys next time. Thank you. Have a good rest of your night or day or whatever it is, Emma. And catch you guys. Have a good one. And laters.